This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2020 Tracer Breeze, and it's a 25 RBS model. So this is going to be a how-to video. I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So we're still we're still prepping the trailer, so you'll see people walking around. But you start off here at the door side rear. You've got a refrigerator, obviously. You have a pull-out griddle here, okay? Now this has to be plugged into the LP system, so you can see there's this quick connect hose here. It's an LP hose. It's got a female and then of course a male over here, and you're going to connect it to this griddle. All they have to do is find a spot on it. Okay. It's right under there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you're going to plug it in, and then you're just going to plug the other end into the trailer. There's a quick connect fitting here, right here, okay? So keep that in mind. So as we move down, we have your water heater here. The switches to control it are inside the trailer. I'll show you those when we get in there. This is where you drain it at. It's a 15/16 wrench to or socket. I think you need a wrench on that one. So it's 15/16 to remove it and put it back in. And it works on both gas and electric, I believe. That's pretty much it. Don't run it without water in it. Make sure you have water in it when you're using it. You can drain it. I'll do this one hand here. I'll have to do that when I got two hands. You can drain it between camping trips if you want. Just make sure you refill it when you're ready to use it again, okay? You have outside speakers. You have a power awning with an LED strip. This is the vent for your furnace here. You've got regular 120 AC coming out here. Your steps fold into the trailer, and you can adjust the legs on it. Make sure when you're on uneven terrain, you adjust the legs so this piece of the stairs here is parallel and nice and snug to the threshold here, so the bottom of the door doesn't bind up on it. So you do that by raising and lowering the legs, okay? Here's your crank. This is a 3/4 inch crank. It's used for your stabilizers, okay? As we come around to the front, you have a deep cycle marine battery, 2 LP tanks which are full. You have a power tongue jack, right? Also has a hitching light on it. Now if this ever fails for any reason, you can take that 3/4 inch crank or a socket or whatever you've got. You pull this rubber plug off the top here, and you can crank it manually. So it's got a 3/4 inch hex there, so you just put that on there and crank it. So if you lose power for any reason, you can always get hitched and unhitched, okay? As we move around, this is your other end of your pass-through storage. Here's your hose kit, your dump hose kit. There's a reducer right there for your shore cord. You have this is the second most common way to fill the trailer, or I'm sorry, to get water to the trailer. So the freshwater connection is the most common, okay? This is to fill for the fresh water tank. So if you're camping someplace without fresh water, like you're booming, there's no city, or you're boondocking, there's no city water, you can pre-fill the fresh water tank right here, and you can use the onboard pump to pump the water. So no matter what, you can always have water. So it's just a, kind of a plan B. When it comes to the actual city water, it's right here at the back here. So you just hook the hose on there and you're all set. If you don't have city water, like I said, you can fill the tank and use the pump. This is a black tank flush here. So if you want to flush your black tank, which is toilet water and waste after dumping it, you can see your valves are here. So the black tank valve, you just want to make sure, like it says on this sticker, after you've dumped the trailer, the black tank, you put the hose at from the dump station right on here, and you make sure the black tank valve is open before you turn the water onto this. That's what the sticker says. You don't want too much pressure to build up, so make sure that your black tank valve is open. So it's all very simple. Your gray valve is right next to it. That's sink and shower water. These are your low point drains right here for the plumbing. This is a shower with hot and cold water. Of course, you got a 30 amp short cord. I showed you the reducer to reduce it down to a 20 that we have in the front pass-through for you. Just so you know, the type of slide you have is called a Schwintech, just in case you need to know. It's been bought out by another company, but people still refer to it as a Schwintech, so if you use that term, they'll know what you're talking about. We're wired for a backup camera kit. That's for a Furrion backup camera kit. So if you're interested, you can install that. While I'm looking up, the manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days or so. So make sure you check out the roof, make sure there's no damage to it by low branches or anything like that, where, you know, any place where water can get through. So just give it an inspection every now and then. Just be very careful, of course. As we go inside here, we have some controls here. Your awning, your power awning. Never leave the awning out unattended. If you're not going to be at the campsite, roll it in. There's your slide room switch there. And of course your lights are here with dimmers and that sort of thing. I'll show you the water dock, or the water levels, and your switches for the water heater and so on and so forth. We'll go into those in a few minutes. You have your fan and range hood fan and light. Microwave works like any other microwave. When it comes to your range, you spark it to light it. So this is the sparker here. You turn it clockwise. I don't know if he's got the gas on. I think he does. Yes. So it's very simple. You just turn it clockwise to spark it. When it comes to the oven, it's a little bit different. There's a pilot light way back there. So you'll have to light it. How you do that is you go to the picture of the flame here at the oven knob, depress it, then you're going to light it with a long neck grill lighter. Once the pilot light lights, you're still holding this in all the time, and once it lights, you hold it in for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. You go to operating temperature. When you shut it off, the pilot light goes out, so you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven, okay? And then always travel with this in the closed position. Okay. Refrigerator is a gas absorption refrigerator, so it works on 110 AC or 120 AC and LP gas. So the most common way to run it is on auto. This is the mode button here. You're going to run on auto. The auto means it always selects electricity over everything else. So the reason you want auto is, let's say you're camping and you got the refrigerator running on electric. It's super hot out. You go out early in the morning adventuring and you have a power failure at the campground. Well, it'll sense that and it'll automatically light on gas for you. So it's the best way to keep it. So you have on and off here, and then you can select your modes there. The only other thing to know is that this thing here is the how you set the temperature. So you can see the decal there shows the higher this goes, the cooler it is in there. It's called a thermistor. So you want that up pretty much as high as it goes, almost always. In a rare occasion, you can turn it down if it starts to frost up, if it's cold outside or something. But generally speaking, you're going to have it up all the way. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be glowing green. If it's not, get it serviced, okay? Also, if you pull this out here, that's where you access the valves for your water heater on the back, okay? This is the power converter here. This converts AC to DC power. So basically you have 120 AC here, and you have 120 AC circuit breakers. They're all labeled here. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. You got 12 volt DC fuses, and they're all labeled. So that's where the DC power comes from. It's also a battery tender, so when you're plugged into shore power, it'll sense how much energy your battery has and needs up on the front, on the tongue there, and it'll always send amps to it to keep it charged. So it's a charger also. When you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle will charge the battery also. Okay? That's the power converter. Thermostat is self-evident. You just push the mode button keep pushing it till you get the mode you want. Your sound here, basically it's AM FM radio. You have Bluetooth, you have a USB drive. You could put MP3s on a USB stick and take them with you, whatever. You got HDMI in right here. But AM and FM radio, and of course Bluetooth is used a lot too. So, all right, TV, that's self-explanatory. Your toilet works like all RV toilets in that it sits over a black tank. It's got a flush pedal up front. So, when you left the last campground, you dumped the tank, the black tank, so it's empty. So you get to the new campground, you hook up your power and your water, of course. Then you're going to come in here, you put a dose of chemical in the bowl, step on the pedal, hold it down, and let at least a gallon of water flow into the tank along with the chemical. And then it's ready to be used. You can use more than a gallon of water, which is good. Never use less, more is better. So you want water and chemical in there when you're using it with an empty black tank, okay? Shower is self-explanatory. Vanity sink. So here we are at the water station here that I talked about earlier. So you can check all your levels here, your battery and all your levels. Graduates up in 1/3 increments there. That's to turn your water pump on. Remember, use the water pump to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. It's also used to winterize the trailer. And then your water here, you turn the electric on here, and you turn the gas on there. Now, most people will get to the campground, they'll turn on the electric, and it'll keep it hot water. If they want to shower and they need more, a longer flow of hot water, they'll kick the burner on. It's not on demand by any means, but it'll give you just hotter, longer hot water. So generally, like I said, you leave the electric running all the time, and then when you need it, you kick on the gas. GFCI here, all the plugs in the trailer, all the receptacles, even the ones that are normal looking, are wired through a GFCI, so they're all GFCI protected. And if you're using just the one outside, for example, and it doesn't work, first thing you think is GFCI and go see if that's the problem, which it probably will be. You can drop this tabletop down onto the cleats here and turn this into a bed if you need to. This jackknife's flat into another bed, the sofa. That's your smoke alarm, of course. And you have some storage underneath the mattress here. This is the emergency window here. And you have another TV hookup here. There's a backer plate here so you can put a bracket. You can watch TV while you're laying down if you choose to. Okay? I think that about covers it. Let me look around a bit. I think that's it though. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember what I said about inspecting your roof periodically every 90 days or so, just to make sure that it wasn't damaged by low branches or there's no cracking or separation where water can get through, that sort of thing, okay? If you see an issue, take care of it immediately, of course. Right now, when it comes to the water, the antifreeze has been purged from the system, replaced with fresh water, so you're all set for the rest of the summer till you winterize, okay? Other than that, we're all set. You can ask more questions when you pick up, and we'll work through it, okay? Thank you very much.